Why hello there, and welcome to Fort Elementalist. That's right, my friends, I've been busy in between episodes. I've done a whole lot of building. It's actually taken quite some time to get this done. Now it is far from perfect. There is a lot about this that I'm not happy with. Like, that. There's a hole there, and there's a hole on this side as well. And obviously the ceiling doesn't look great in some places. On this side I filled it in. I should probably fill it in on this side as well. But I'm pretty happy with the ultimate look that we've gotten. The overall appeal, the exterior. We can come up here, we've got a roof on everything. And we can even come out onto this front little patio and look out over our natural fortress. I'm happy. Happy enough, I think. And frustrated enough with Ark's terrible building mechanics that I don't think I'm going to be continuing with this right now. However, we do have work to be done in today's episode. Episode number 7. And by the way, if you guys do at any point in this video find yourselves enjoying it, how about hitting that thumbs up? Maybe subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, and please do leave me a comment if you have some. First comment that I would like you guys to give me is, if you can see, my base is not symmetrical. The building looks a little bit different on the two sides. Which side do you like more? I'm kind of leaning to both. I like that I have the two differences, but give me your opinion, please. I want to hear it. As for what we're going to be getting up to in today's episode, well, close to the end of the last episode we lost Barbara, and in the episode before that we lost Donna, which now leaves us without a single flyer. So that needs to be rectified today, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with RGs again, but this time we're going to do it a little bit differently. Because I have these perfect baryonyxes ready to breed for mutations, I think I'm going to try and rush through to get some perfect RGs as well. I'm not going to spend a massive amount of time looking for high-level RGs. I think the first two I'm gonna find will do. Hopefully a male and a female. And then we're gonna just get some breeding. I'm gonna do the berries and I'm gonna do the RGs, and I'm actually gonna do the otters all at the same time. And we're gonna look for mutations on all three of them, and we're just gonna do a whole bunch of mutation breeding in today's episode. So, I need to get going, and I need to choose which mount I'm going to take out to go and look for RGs. Okay, I've been searching for a little bit, and this black and white RG in front of me is a 130. That's so far the best one I've found, but it's only been about 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and tame it. It'll do. Whoa, I need you to give me some space, big guy. Just a little bit for a moment, okay? While I build a trap. Where are you going? I just need these things to be far enough apart that I can run out, but that no, he's definitely going to be able to fly out of there. Let's try this in K mode. I think I can squeeze through that hole, and hopefully the bird cannot. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Then we put the door on. And the door on. And we open this guy. Okay, where are you, Mr. Bird? Where's my baryonyx? Passive. There we go. Come on. Aha! Excellent. Okay. Now we begin the process of knocking it unconscious. I'll bring you guys back once I've done that. Oh, damn it. This is a very, very dangerous area. So many carnivores. Let's come and kill a Dillo. Dead Dillo. Let us try this again. I know I can fit in here. There we go. Throw some meat into your inventory. I'm just gonna use prime meat to tame them. I haven't quite finished my kibble farming setup, so this will do. I don't know how many pieces of meat it's gonna need, and I'm hoping it'll stay unconscious long enough. Quick update here. We have a 145 female RG down and unconscious, though not in the best of places. I'm on Carnivore Island. This is an extremely dangerous place to be trying to tame creatures, because everything here wants to kill you and each other. But I didn't find any other good level RGs on the mainland, so I decided I'm gonna come and have a look here, because this is a very abundant spawn area for RGs. So I'm just gonna stand here, and me and Dan the second are gonna defend this RG with our lives. Because a 145 female for our 130 male would be an absolutely wonderful combination. Just because I'm busy watching a movie and don't want to go to bed until it's finished, I decided I'd make another round on the mountains. And I come across this fella. A level 150 male RG. This is excellent luck. Even better luck. The male is down, just down. I haven't even put any meat in him. And here we have a 130 female as well. Now it's going to be a bit harder to knock this one out because she is mate boosted by that male, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. That puts us up to 4 RGs that we can use in the breeding process. I'm not ready for this, I'm not prepared. This is just me in between clips fooling around, playing some Ark, and that guy looks to be stuck. I got pretty close to it and it didn't freak out. So we're gonna see if we can catch it. I don't even know what level this one is. Let's have a look. Level 10, that's actually perfect. The lower the level, the easier it should be to get this guy down on 1 or 2 trank darts before it manages. Dang it! It is stuck though. Bola? Come on, I'm pretty sure you can bola these things. There we go! Alright, alright. Now, headshot. No! I don't have time for this. I only have 1 bola's chance. There we go. Oh! 1 shot! Hallelujah! My friends, we've tamed a tape jar. We have tamed a tape jar. So I definitely did not go out to tame a tape jar, but I will not say no to having one, because these things are super fast flyers and will be perfect for running down those sky drops. No, what I actually left the base for was this fellow. I wanted another Dimetrodon so that I could double my egg hatching. Yes, now I have 2 of them, Ted and this one remains unnamed. I might leave that up to my viewers. Any suggestions for an ugly-faced Dimetrodon? This one at least has better colors than the previous one, than Ted. Ted really is an ugly dinosaur. But this one, I kind of like the blues. That dark navy, almost purple-y with the teal legs? Yeah. He's not nearly as ugly. Give me a name suggestion for him, and you know what, for the tape jar as well, the Tapahara. Now, we have 4 birds. Yes, I tamed up the 4. And as luck would have it, each one of the 4 has a good stat. We have the level 130 female here, which I think has the nicest colors. overall. I don't like the green forehead, but I like the red body. And she has the best stamina at 122. Following her, we have the level 130 male, which was the first one we tamed. And he actually has the best weight stat, which in an RG is a very important stat to have. Up next, this is the 145 female that we tamed on Carnivore Island, and she actually has the best health stat. It's not a brilliant health stat, but it'll do. I'm gonna pump a whole lot of health mutations into this line, so it's fine. And lastly, we have the 150 male that we tamed, and this one has the highest melee stat by a ridiculous margin, so that is brilliant. Yes, all four have a good stat amongst them, which means I need to breed all four of them into this line. That is why I went to get a second Dimetrodon, to not confuse myself. One Dimetrodon will work for one pair of birds, while the other Dimetrodon works for another pair, and I will not get confused by the stats. Time to get to work. I think now is as good a time as any to bring you back in for a quick progress update. I have what are technically 4 perfect base birds, kind of. I have one pair. These 2 5/5s are exactly the same. They have the same level, they have all of the same colors, they have all of the same stats, exactly the same stats. One is a male, one is a female. Technically I can use them to start breeding, however their level is very high. I kind of feel like I'd prefer to have a lower level, so this 237 over here also has all of the good stats, but obviously its oxygen, its torpidity, and its food are lower than these two, which gives it a lower level. I also think this bird's ancestors are the 130s predominantly, instead of the 150, which these two white birds might lean more towards. What I think I'm going to do at this point is completely unnecessary, because I could now just take these two perfectly white birds at 255 and use them to start the process. But it hasn't taken me that long. These are all of the birds that I've had to go through to get to this point. Obviously I've killed a couple of duds, birds that just didn't have the stats that I wanted, or that got accidental early mutations, premature mutations. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and get this bird's level, maybe in these colors. I kind of like the idea of starting with a blank white canvas. Basically all I need is I need 2 237s, a male and a female, and this one is a male, so I need a female of the same level with the same colors and all of this exact same stats. That's where I'm now. Finally, we now have a 237 white male and a 237 white female. Exactly the same stats, exactly the same colors. Now we can begin. It only took 12 birds in the process to get here, but progress. Good progress. We are ready to begin breeding mutations. Kinda. Almost. While I've been waiting for that to happen, I built a little thing. It's nothing grand, but here I now have a little paddock where I can hatch up 10 eggs at a time and look for mutations. I'm gonna need a couple things in here, one of which we need to put down a generator. Let's go ahead and place down some air cons. Okay, that should be good for the air cons, and they are all connected. So now, if I come up to the generator, please let me access the bloody thing's inventory. We can throw fuel in and turn it on. And yay! All 4 aircons do get powered. Aircons work like the Dimetrodons I have up here, only many, many times better. They should make the eggs hatch pretty much instantly. I think so. I can just throw down 10 eggs and they will hatch immediately. Should streamline the mutation process a whole lot better. I don't like building that kind of structure for the process that I have been going at so far with the berries and with the RGs. Just because I like to have a lot of control and I need to check every single hatchling that comes out for exact stats. Whereas with that, I'm just going to look at, is it going to have a level increase or is it going to have an obvious color difference? So I can throw down a lot and it'll be very simple and easy. There is another structure that is going to make this very easy. Everything I've placed down there so far has been standard Arc stuff. But there is one more. And I think I craft this in my inventory. Yes. This is an S+ structure that is going to make my life so much easier. It will automatically pick up and collect eggs. So I can leave the dinosaurs to breed for quite a while and it will pick up, I think it's up to 100, 150 eggs or something. Then I can go and I can just batch check for mutations. And I need 20 eggs for that. I didn't need to mount this guy, but I've been collecting baryonyx eggs. These are unfertilized, so yay. And I need an exact amount of 20. That's fine, I can bring the rest back. I just need to make one. There we go. Now it is an S+ structure, which means I'm going to try it and not leave eggs inside of it at any given point in time. I don't like the fact that S+ keeps uninstalling itself, and I have not found a solution to the problem yet. But there we go. We can put that one down. It needs to be powered though. Right, I forgot about that. I need refertilizer. Okay, so refertilizer is the fuel I need. We can chuck that in there. Activate that guy. It will become activated once it begins to pick up some eggs. I've done something else though. I've moved all of my berries over here and I've arranged them to the point where I can now come over and say, okay, Mr. Male, activate your mating, and there they go. They will now do the deed. I've also moved over some RGs. 5 females and 1 male on this side, and I can do the same thing. Enable mating on the male, and now, once they've completed doing the deed, this thing is going to pick up their eggs. Now the dodo has its little twerking animation. You can see there are eggs inside of it. Yeah, it has picked up eggs from the RGs and from the baryonyx. Now I actually misspoke earlier when I said that the aircons insta-hatch eggs. No, it's actually the hatchery that fertilizes the eggs, gets the yellow bar all the way down to just above 1%, and then you throw them out in front of the aircons, and the aircons just take it that little last bit over the edge. And I see it only has space for 50, but that's okay. 50 is a substantial amount. Additionally, I do also have, like for the baryonyxes that I've hidden over here around this corner, my backup perfect male, my backup perfect female. As for all of these, I no longer have a use for them. Now with the backups, if anything were to happen to my main breeding batch over there, I can create more. So these no longer serve a purpose. And, well, the Tapahara is a very low level, which makes it fairly useless in terms of its stamina and its weight. But I've been using it to kill all of the babies that aren't of much use to me. And it actually has 51 levels at the moment. I think it's time for this Tapahara to have a field day with what's left of my RG brood. So that gave me 2 additional levels that we can now pump into some things here. Let's go ahead and get its stamina up to, well, its weight up to about 600. That takes us down about half of our levels. And then the rest I want to pump into health, a good chunk, and stamina, so we can fly for quite a duration. Okay, it is significantly less useless now. It is still a low level, but it'll get better over time. Then there is one more thing that I would like to do to get myself set up and prepared. Let's go here. Cryo. I need to dump that and that all in there. And we need to make ourselves one of these. Please just survive until that happens. Cool. We now have a cryo fridge. Back to base. Back at base, we can now come and place this fella down. It does need electricity to operate, so we place it next to a generator, which does have fuel in it. And we can turn that on. There we go. A working cryo fridge. What this does is we throw our cryopods in there, and they can gradually fully recharge, which is excellent. That means cryopods don't disappear, don't fail after a while. I am going to store my 4 backup creatures, the 2 baryonyx and the 2 birds, in that cryo fridge, and they can remain there in storage. We now interrupt your regularly scheduled program to show off my new duds. Yep, I made a full set of ghillie armor. Some of it is even decent. I mean, I had some blueprints, and I had some that I found in loot drops. This is going to prevent me from overheating so much. I can actually come inside and stand right next to a burning furnace. And no, I don't catch on fire, but I don't overheat either. This stuff helps regulate your body temperature, and it is brilliant. A number of things. Firstly, yes, I did increase the height of the walls. There was an experiment, it failed, babies got out. It was a long, tedious hunting mission to track them all down. Not ideal. Second, Carl has a new home. This is where Carl will be living and working from now on. Carl, if you don't remember, was the spare saber that we acquired a couple of episodes ago. He is going to be our baby grinder. Any babies we don't want, Carl will have the pleasure of eating. It is brutal, I know, but someone has to do it. Thirdly, and lastly, I think, unless I've lost count now, you can see that I now have 2 hatcheries. And this one has 41 out of 50 inventory slots full, this one has 47 out of 50. If we open them up, I have baryonyx eggs in this one, and I have argentavis eggs in that one. It turns out having 2 batches of breeders, the baryonyxes and the argentavis going, one hatchery fills up in like 15 minutes with my breeding rates. So I put down a second one. That's fine. I'm very happy about that. And they're twerking. Just a quick interruption here. From here on out, it might sound like there's a lot of background noise, but it's actually just a generator running in-game. Enjoy the rest though. It is time for us to start hatching up some eggs and seeing if we have any mutations. Let's go ahead and start off with the baryonyxes, and I think, yeah, let's grab about 12 of them. 12 that I can just now theoretically throw out in front of the aircons, and the aircons should hatch them out. And then what we're looking for is any obvious color variations, or if any of these baryonyxes are a higher level than the rest, because a creature with a mutation will actually come out 2 levels higher than its parents. I don't see any deviation in levels, so we don't have any mutations. Carl, time to work. So unfortunately it seems that I've left a corpse from a previous hatching, and now all of the babies are freaking out. That being said though, there is a... there we go, there he is, the 239. I just want that one. And if I can... come on, there we go. Okay, the 239 has been imprinted. Are there any others? I don't believe so. Okay, let's whistle passive. And then Carl has some work to do. They're all getting stuck back there. That is a design flaw. I might have to move my air cons. So now I've cleaned up. I've made a little bit of changes here. I've moved my air cons forward a little bit. So now Carl can make his way around the back of them, and I should be able to clean up the corpses a bit easier. So we won't have that kind of freak out again. But here we go. This is the mutated baryonyx. You can see his level 239 as opposed to the 237 that all of these are, which means it has one mutation. Look at its inventory. It is a health mutation. We've gone up from 4401 to 4577. That's a decent amount for a single mutation. And if we look in its ancestry line, yep, it has one patrilineal mutation, a random mutation. I don't think it says what that mutation is. No, it doesn't. No, at no point does it tell us what the mutation is, but it has a mutation. Another way to see, these baryonyx all have the dark colored, that black gray spine on their backs, right? There, you can see them there. Those are black grayish. Our mutated one, on the other hand, has a light yellow green spine. Let's change gamma. Can we see it better then? Maybe a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, there you can see them. Light yellow green. So that is its mutation. Mutations occur in the color regions of dinosaurs and in the stats of those same dinosaurs. This dinosaur is a male, which is perfect, because what we do then is we can take this male and we can remove him from the equation. He is still our perfect base male, but now we replace him with our mutated male and we continue the procedure, because now this mutation should hopefully be bred into most of the descendants of the same dinosaur, and that way we stack the mutations. We get more mutations on top of that one. For now, I still have a couple more baryonyx eggs, so I'm going to see if I can get another good mutation, maybe with a better color, before I finalize the decision to put that one into the breeding ranks. Okay, that was pretty quick. Here's another mutation. I don't know what color has mutated on it, because it looks exactly the same as the parents. But if we take a look here, its mutation has actually fallen into torpidity, which means it takes a little bit longer for it to get knocked unconscious, but that it's really a waste to put a mutation into that. So I'm not going to be keeping this one. This baryonyx also goes away. Now that we've added in the one melee, they're busy breeding up, and while we wait for this hatchery to fill up with baryonyx eggs, we can go ahead and check if our RGs have any mutations to them. So let's grab a whole bunch of these and let's throw them out. I'm actually going to need to turn that on so that our air cons are working. Throw a couple of them out. There we go. There we go, there we go. Hey, there's a mutation right off the bat. Excellent, let's claim you. Nope, those three don't have anything. Where is your mutation? Not health, not stamina, not weight, not melee. So it is probably either in torpidity, food, or oxygen. I want to say torpidity, so that is a terrible, terrible mutation. And we have a second mutation. Now you can see we've gone up from 239 to 241, and this one actually fell into melee from 865.9 to 885. That is perfect, brilliant. I don't think it mutated in a new color region, but it has the stat increase, so we're gonna keep him. And this one will go into the chain replacing the previous mutation. And finally, we do have an RG mutation. This one went straight into melee. Perfect. Exactly what we want. We have a third mutation on our baryonyx line, and this one is a very obvious mutation. The red stripes on the back. I kinda like that with the black body. This one mutated into melee as well, so now we have 1 health and 2 melee mutations. Perfect to go back into the line. But I'm afraid that this is going to be the end of today's episode. I've completely run out of time. Oh, he wants to come and play. I've completely run out of time for today, and I think this is not a bad place to end it. If you all have enjoyed today's episode, if you've learned something, or if you think that I need to learn something, go ahead, leave me a comment. Give me the thumbs up, and you know what? Subscribe if you're still here. My friends, until next time, have an absolutely brilliant one.